Attention to all the NEET aspirants and future NEET aspirants out there. This video is specially for you. You might be having a lot of queries and questions related to your future and your upcoming examinations, and the examination will just happen now. To answer all your queries and questions related to the NEET and medical examinations, we have with us the expert, Dr. Nandkishore Rathi. Dr. Rathi is the Chief Career Navigator at SetMyCareer.com, and he's got over 3 decades of experience in guiding the students and working professionals to take up the right career. Dr. Rathi, my first question to you is, this year 1.4 lakh students would be getting into the medical colleges, but unfortunately 22.5 lakh students would be not able to make it. So what guidance or what advice would you give the students who didn't clear the NEET examinations?
Yeah, your question is very valid and very relevant, and it is not relevant just for this year. But if you look at last say 20 years and next say 5 years, out of the total number of students who registered for the exam, only a few thousand students actually qualify, whether it is for the medicine or for IITs. So basically the competition is very high, the number of seats at the premier institutes are very less, and therefore a very big chunk of students have to get their dreams shattered. But according to me, there is nothing to feel as if something has shattered, because if something is not working out for you, that means there is something else that is right for you, and what is right for you is more important than just an examination that you don't clear. So I strongly feel that if something is not working out for you, then probably that is not the right cup of tea for you. And I have many people who have approached to me with the MBBS and BDS degrees, and they don't want to practice medicine, they don't want to practice dentistry. And the reason for that is they actually were able to get admission, they were able to complete their course, but they did not want that work to be part of their 35-year long journey. So that means the education did not dictate 35 years of your career, but something else should dictate what is going to be 35 years of your work life, which will give you success and happiness. So nothing to be worried. Only thing is that my advice to all the NEET aspirants of this year and next few years is that please have a plan B also with you, with as much clarity as plan A. So if your plan A is NEET, then have the plan B and work on the plan B also. But plan A as well as plan B should be relevant to your interest, your personality, and your intellectual and emotional needs.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rathi, for the Plan B and Plan A advice. It's really insightful. So, coming to the next question, as you see now, parents, especially parents, they want their students to take up the NEET coaching in a very young age, and the students are doing so. So, they start up their coaching, let's assume, in 8th standard, 9th, and 10th. And I believe it's pretty early that they are doing this. So, what advice would you give to such students and parents who are starting this at a very early age?
Yeah, so basically the point is that we should not make the students join the coaching classes so early with the aim and objective of this NEET and JEE. Because 5th standard to 10th standard is the time when the child is actually developing his or her exposure to the world and finding out who I am and what else is there in for me. And if you make that child join 7th standard with the NEET as an objective or JEE as an objective, in fact, I feel that people should not even make the coaching classes join for enhancing the marks, because first we should look at till 9th standard, that without any kind of coaching and tuitions, where the child stands, so that in the 10th standard and further, what kind of study, what kind of education, what kind of long-term job is right for the child can be understood.
Thank you. Oh, it was a brilliant answer for the creativity, exploring careers. And coming on to the next question, there's still a taboo, and professions like doctors and engineers are looked forward than exploring the other careers. So how would you want to break this taboo, and what is the message that you want to give to the society on these careers?
Yeah, so I feel that parents also don't want engineering and medicine only, but there is a very strong ecosystem which we have created. The ecosystem is between PCM and PCB. And when the parents look here, look there, they only see huge advertisements, huge publicity, lots of calls, digital marketing, influencing for either choose the PCB or PCM. That means you either become engineer or doctor. No, that is not really required. And I think all the parents will agree with the fact that the banking industry is going to work on complete technology in future. IT is going to get automated with artificial intelligence. So many job losses are going to happen in different segments. So finally, medical and engineering is a security or is a stable career is a very wrong notion now, because engineering is getting into a next phase, into a next era, and that era is less number of people and more automation. Similarly, in the medical field, a lot of developments are happening. People are going towards fitness. People are, in fact, I feel that one of the emerging areas, if at all somebody wants to focus on the health of people, is mental health. It will have a lot of opportunities and possibilities than the typical medicine. But yes, if some people are very passionate about it, they can change the way the world is taking their health and treating their health.
Dr. Rathi, my last question to you is, to become a doctor, is NEET exam really necessary?
Yeah, actually, I have been always talking about one concept of eligibility and suitability. So many people become eligible to become a doctor and practice medicine, but they are not suitable sometimes, and they have come to us for career advice that I don't want to practice medicine, but I have done BDS or MBBS. But at the same time, there are people who are not able to crack NEET, but they have complete suitability to be a medical practitioner. And I think if that spirit is there, that instinct is there, you can be a health influencer. Like look at Baba Ramdev. He is doing his bit without MBBS degree, isn't it? Or Dr. Batra, he is a homeopathic doctor, and I don't think that NEET is really so compulsory for it. You can even do BAMS. And if nothing works out and you really want to become a doctor, you can even do PhD in social sciences and you become a doctor on the lighter side. But fundamentally, try to explore your suitability, because once you become eligible, then you cannot say that I have eligibility to be a mechanical engineer, but I have suitability to be an astronaut. So basically, it doesn't work that way. You need to first look at the suitability and then create the eligibility for that. And my sincere advice to all the students and parents of the current batch and the next few batches of engineering and medicine is that please come out of this. There are multiple millions of careers in as specialized areas as hair analysis to skin analysis to cosmetology to oceanography to marine engineering to marine architecture. But we just go with the flow and we take some normal conventional education that you see here and there first, and then we start feeling the hit of not really liking some work or not really growing in the career or getting stuck and stagnated somewhere. And then that time comes the online courses for your rescue, because now after doing your BDS, after doing your MBA in marketing, after that you feel that I want to do a UI UX design course because actually I am a designer. Please don't waste like that your time and valuable money and effort. Just do minimum education with the maximum impact through great work, and be the expert in whatever you choose academically, professionally, and expertise wise.
Dr. Rathi, what's your final message for all the students and parents out there?
Yeah, my final message to all the students and parents in nutshell is that please look at strategic first and then look at the tactical next. Look at the long term first, then look at the short term accordingly. And always focus on what you are suitable for, because when you are 15 to 17 years of age, your suitability can be understood, and then develop the eligibility through right education accordingly. So please look at the 35 years of work that you are going to enjoy first, and then just study for 5 to 7 years for your bachelor's and master's degree next.
Thank you, Dr. Rathi, for the wonderful conversation. It is like a motivational video to all the students who have lost the hope there and all the aspirants who want to make it big in the future.